guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks with Yingling237, and today we're going to be looking at the Mission Marathon Reward Tank, the T44-100. We're going to see how it stacks up against the Object 416, the AMX CDC and the T54 First Prototype, all main competitors of it. So stay tuned, we've got some awesome gameplay coming up, but first let's run down the statistics and see how it compares. Now, T44-100, before I start, quick disclaimer, no crew skills, no equipment, no consumables, as always. T44-100 has the worst DPM. Not by much, but it's still a lot worse than CC and obviously than the medium tank destroyer, heavy tank, light tank 416. It's a very good tank this, but it's more of a tank destroyer than medium. Anyway, I digress. The penetration, 183mm, same as the T54 First Prototype, worse than the CDC, and slightly worse than the 416. But 250 alpha damage, better than the CDC, worse than the 416. Obviously, it's got more of a tank destroyer's gun. Anyway, rate of fire, they're all very similar: 7.72, 7.82, 7.82, 8.57. So all around the 7 to 8 second mark. Shell velocity, yeah, 880 meters per second. It's the slowest out of all, not by much compared to the 416 and the First Prototype, but not as good as the CDC's 1000 meters per second. Now, this is where the T44-100 excels greatly between the 416 and the 54 First Prototype. T54 First Prototype has so much of an issue with its ammunition capacity at 34 rounds per minute. 34 rounds, should I say. It means that having to take AP for the tier 8 and APCR for the high tiers, you can't take much high explosive, and sometimes you need more AP, more APCR, you're going to lose money, so on and so forth. 416 doesn't have that much of an issue, having one shot more, but obviously it does 70 more damage than the T54 First Prototype. Anyway, T44-100, 56 rounds of ammunition. It's great. The fact that you've got so much flexibility, you don't have to worry about, where my shot's going to go, what's going to happen here, so on and so forth. Now, the weapon hand, this is where the T44-100 excels greatly above the T54 First Prototype, as T44-100 and the 54 First Prototype are obviously very main competitors, being same nation, same tier, and stuff like that. The aiming time, 2.11 seconds stock aim time, which is better than the 416, same as CC, better than the T54 First Prototype, which has 2.3 second aim time. I'm not saying the 2.3 second aim time is bad, but still, like, it could be better. Obviously, 0.34 accuracy, middle ground compared to these lot. Dispersion values, not as good as the tank destroyer 416. Yes, I know it's a medium tank, but it's more of a tank destroyer. Depression, 7 degrees of gun depression. This thing over the T54 First Prototype, 1 more degree. It's a lot more flexible, not as good as the 10 degrees and 3 degrees for the 416. Gun traverse, obviously 180 all the way around, 75 for the 416, means it can side scrape a lot easier having a rear mounted turret, but it gets circled, it's dead. Mobility wise, 52 kilometers an hour, amazingly better than the T54 First Prototype at 44, not as good as the CDC, and slightly better than the 416. Going backwards, 2018, the power, CDC obviously got the best engine and the best mobility, and the power to weight ratios are very similar. Obviously, the CDC having the worst terrain resistances, closely followed by the T44-100, but T54 Mod 1, sorry, T44-100 has the best out of all of them, which is why it makes it so much more flexible. Brake force, it's alright. Traverse speed, it's very similar for that, sorry. Traverse speed, very similar, obviously. Good traverse speed would be more mobile. Touch versus a lot better. T54 First Prototype is more like a medium heavy tank, so to speak. Now this is where the T44-100 sort of loses out. 90mm of frontal armor, 120, and it's angled. Obviously, CC and 416 lets you no armor at all, but the turret armor it's alright, to be fair. The 220mm, 180 for the T54 Mod 1. Hit points slightly more than T54 Mod 1, slightly less than the AMX CDC. View range. This is where this tank is more flexible. 380 meters view range. 360 meters view range. Obviously the camouflage in this thing is better, but still 360 meters view range. It's very lackluster. Fire chance obviously 15 all across the board. 416's got 12. And that's it. Shell cost 416. 1,230. What ammunition does it fire? AP. Wow. What's the heat cost go up to? 4,800. Jeez. But you know you're doing a lot more damage with the 416. Anyway, I was digressing there. So as you can see so far, the T44-100 has the mobility advantage. The T54 first prototype has the armor and the weapon, the DPM advantage. So they're very, very close, but going to settle this argument that's been brewing between these two with a gameplay on the T44-100. So here we are, guys. You join me on a standard battle on Live Oaks with a 50% chance to win, so it's very evenly matched. Unfortunately, XVM isn't working for this replay. I sped it up to 2 times for the first 30 seconds or so of the replay. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a T54 Mod 1 video to put into this review. Seems he likes his T485, but I don't really play the T54 Mod 1 that much because I don't feel it's a shot there, that it's a useful, a better tank to play. Obviously you see the armor there. I decided not to ram the Cromwell, don't know why. Obviously T-38's not able to pen us because of the armor. The armor's still good, but I mean, there's a reason why I don't like the T54 Mod 1 in sneaky T37. The reason is, in a wow, because look at this T485. In a T54 Mod 1, the armor only works in tier 8 games with people who don't know where to shoot you, or in the T54 Mod 1's case, just leave you at 5 premium. In a tier 10 game, the lowest penetration gun is 235mm on the U100. So there's no point having armor. I would rather have the mobility, and I'm sure you'll agree on this. And the weapon handling on the T54 Mod 1. So that's why I prefer it. Obviously T54. Wow, I'm getting confused. The T44-100 is better because of its mobility and its weapon handling, not because of its DPM. So that's why I prefer. I'm getting confused. I do apologise. What I'm trying to say is, in a tier 10 game, I would rather have the mobility, the aim time, and the accuracy. And to sacrifice the armour, obviously you see that even tier 6 is able to pen me. But I'd rather have the armour, the mobility, than the armour in a tier 10 game, that's what I'm saying. And so some of you will say different, but then I go into the gun depression, one more degree of gun depression, the ammunition, more ammunition, so you can carry more APCR rounds to make yourself just wants to deal with this, but now make yourself more viable in a tier 10 game. More viable, you know what I mean? More like useful in a tier 10 game. Our T54 Mod 1 would have probably taken half the amount of damage there, but it wouldn't have been able to escape from that 50-100 because of its slow, sluggish speed, its gun depression, and its bad weapon handling. Again, the good weapon handling of this tank. It just depends on your playstyle, really. Obviously, if you prefer armor being like up front, sort of in your face, then the T54 is better. But the T44-100 just feels so much more useful, more like, sort of like, I think that was a bad shot by me. It feels more, I'm trying to think of the word, open? Is that right? Flexible, that's it. It's a more flexible machine to use. The T54 Mod 1 excels in armor, that's it. T44-100 excels in mobility, weapon handling, gun depression. I'm getting confused now, I do apologise, but obviously a T44-100 isn't on sale, T54 Mod 1 is. but I prefer this tank because of its mobility. It's a lot easier to use, and it's better view range and all sorts. Now, I haven't really focused much on the gameplay. 2,300 damage, 5 kills. It hasn't really been that impressive, really. I've just been feeding. Now, it's a 5 versus 6 situation. But although many tanks are tier 8 and tier 7, we've got a tier 6, 2 tier 8s, 2 tier 7s, and 4 tier 8s. Obviously, this Panther, 2, I'm not sure what he's doing. He's going to die soon. And our Bulldog is AFK. Now, that's sort of a blessing because none of our tanks have to sacrifice their hit points. See, as I say that, that's supposed to be spot, but let the Bulldog spot them. Because he's still doing a job even though he's AFK, and the Skoda's in trouble against his T-34-100, which is the Czechoslovakian tank. Excuse me. And there we go. The accuracy in the weapon handling allows me to snipe at long range in this tank. That's what I prefer about it. Obviously, he rams himself to death. It's a kamikaze mode out of that for that Skoda. And that was poorly aimed shot. I should have aimed pixel 2 higher. As you can see here. Now, this isn't down to the gun accuracy. This is down to the shell velocity and the yeah. To be honest, that was bad RNG, but I do manage to pick up the kill on this guy. Not the best sniping tank. That was a lucky shot, I have to say. Now this is quite a funny shot because not this one, the next one, bounce off this 50T. And I aim at this guy, I think, oh, you know what, I'm going to blow away the building. Oh, I killed him. I don't know how. Probably shot him through a gap, but hey, I killed him. It's fine. Now, I'm letting the Jagdtiger and the T-34 and the T-29 be up front and kill this IS-3 for one good reason. I'm on 193 hit points, and I'm not going to fight them with the bad armour, or mediocre armour, should I say, of this tank. Now, I'm getting very anxious, sat back here, about that T-34, and there's the T-29. Missed a shot on the IS-3, look, there we go, I've looked. Found the T-29. And I'm trying to feather out a shot on him, but it's not working particularly well. And he's coming up. Excuse me. I'll fire a blind shot, hoping to hit, and then I think, you know, I'm going to pull away. I had a bit of a lag spike here in game, which is a bit annoying, but it centers down, which is always nice. And I'm just trying to. The view range of this tank is very useful, and I'm just trying to find like a shot on this T-29. Let's see. Still getting anxious about that T-34. But looking at it now, the IS-3 and the T-34 are in a platoon and are working together. So just speed up the replay a little bit here. As the T-29 gets spotted by our Jagdtiger 88, I work around to the flank. Could have used the bushes, but I didn't really want to. There's the T-34, so now I know I'm safe-ish. I get spotted. T-34 is not aiming at me. I decided to try and put a shot into him, miss. Jagdtiger is going ham on that T-29. Shot into him, I kill him. So I'm on 8 kills now, 3,200 damage. And I think, you know what, I'm gonna go to the hill. Now at this point, if I was in a mod 1, I would be very critical on ammunition, I think. But I'm not. I've got 18 AP rounds left, and 10 HE, so I can use HE if needs be. But I'm trying to feather out a shot on this T-34, it's not working. So quick speed up the replay here. I'll show it to him. There's the accuracy and aim time for you. And put another one in, and I'll let this Jagdtiger go forward to spot, because he's able to. Now, this part of the replay, it showcases, I don't know what it's RNG just giving me the biggest middle finger ever, honestly. I managed to pen him because I can overmatch his top armour. But you'll see what I mean. Now, obviously this isn't the bit I'm talking about. The Pulse medal in World of Tanks is getting 10 to 13 kills. In my 14,500 games, I've never had a Pulse medal before. I've had 2 Radley Walters, but here we go. I've loaded an APCR. Missed. It says 1 shot. That was a bad shot, but it's still 2 shots. trying to overmatch top of his turret. Fire. No, he goes back. There we go. 3 shots. That's it. I cannot get a pulse medal anymore. And his size 3. Yep, 3 shots all missed. Now, 1 or 2 were due to my accuracy, but that one of those shots they just went low. And I'm really annoyed because I would have liked to pick up a pulse medal, but still. Push shows size 3, T34, low rolls, as per usual with that tank. And reload, shell flash just to the left, and boom. 9 kills, 4,300 damage. So, let's quickly take a look at the post-game stats. Now, as you can see here, I made one hell of a good profit of, where is it? 76,000 credits. I didn't have to fire that much premium ammunition. Obviously in T54 mod 1 I've had to fire more premium ammunition. Sorry. And that's the limiting factor. You can't make as much profit in the T54 mod 1 as you have to fire more of your APCR ammunition to deal even in games like this. Because I fired 39 shots, and I believe, if I just quickly take a look, the T54, should have looked at this beforehand, has 34 rounds of ammunition. So I wouldn't have been able to do it that game. The T54, sorry, doesn't have that much ammunition. But because I have nearly double the amount of ammunition, I'm able to pick up a Radley Walters, a high caliber, and a Top Gun, and a fantastic carry. And I have to say, well done to this T34 and Yag Tiger and T29, all getting just over 1,000 spotting each and helping me take down this game with 9 kills. So SAS 00 go for 11111, and Centaur Blue, congratulations and thank you for helping me take down this game. But now to answer the question, which is better, a T54 mod 1 or the T44 100? I have both of them, and I'm going to say T44 100 because I think that personally my playstyle, having the rate of fire, not the rate of fire, although the rate of fire is 0.9 worse, but having the mobility, the extra degree of gun depression, the more ammunition, the better train resistances, just allows me to be more flexible and utilize the strengths of this tank whilst it doesn't have armor. The armor's irrelevant if you can't damage the enemy's back, because you can have all the armor in the world, and if you can't damage them back and you run out of ammunition, that's it. You can't win unless they ram yourself to death, but you get what I mean. Anyway, so T44 100 ever comes out on sale again, I thoroughly recommend picking this tank up. It's an amazing machine to have. It's fun. It makes so many credits. Sorry, and it's just better. It's a very broad thing to say that it's just better, but I've had this tank since it was on the mission marathon. I've had the T54 mod 1 for about a year, just over a year now, I think. And I've already played more games in this than T54 mod 1, and I've had it about twice as long. So anyway, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching, and please like, share and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you again for another World Tanks video very soon.